Hey, what's up everybody? Prospector here with Watcher Realms. Today it is time to finally check out these new tacticians. As you can see, we have Valara, we have Moriden, and we have Astrael, and I am up way in the middle of the night. Make sure to get you this content as soon as I possibly can. Anyways, without further ado, let's dig in. Okay guys, this is gonna be just like a quick overview of these heroes. I just want to get this through really quickly so you guys can see their kits, what they're all about. I haven't checked them out personally myself. I was able to use the Ashes to Ashes event that's supposed to be coming up to place Valara out on the field, but beyond that I haven't really done anything else. So I've seen her range, a little bit of her moving around and stuff like that. If you didn't know, these heroes are capable of moving around on the map. They're very, very unique. And I'm really interested to see in how we can utilize this in a lot of the current gameplay that we have, along with some of the stuff that's coming up in the future. But anyways, let's start off here. We have an ESO Arbiter faction unit, Valara, and she is going to have, let's see, just little total stats here. I guess I can't really max it out, so I can't really give you the total stats because she's not actually in the gallery on the test server right now. I might have to max her out to show you that. Maybe I can just do that quick here. Instant boost is amazing. We'll instant boost all these guys really quickly before we do anything. Alright, so promo. There we go. Now they should have all the stats and you can see them all. Let's go back here quick. Alright, so HP is right around 16.5k. Attack is at 6119. That's very high. It's a very good attack. Defense at 1640. Magic res is at 1418, cost is 17, redeployment time is normal at 60, attack level is 2.6. It's also pretty normal. Let's see here, everything else looks pretty normal. If you didn't know, these guys pretty much act like fighters, right? You just place them on the field. I think they are primarily fighter units, and the reason that I believe that is because when you go to forge their artifacts, especially their exclusive ones, they show up under the Titan Forge, so they're gonna be like ground units, at least that's what we know. So we got Dawnbreak and Nightfall both right here. They're more like fighters, but they do seem to go on platforms as well. We'll figure out more about that in a minute. Let's see, let's go right to the skills here. Talent can be deployed on platform tiles. When deployed, gains invisibility and cannot block enemies. When attacking, has a 20% chance to deal 200% AoE damage. Pretty nice. All direct damage dealt by the hero inflicts slow. That's going to be a 25%. On enemies, and has a 20% chance to additionally inflict 1 stack of radiant erosion. She is part of the Arbiter group, so that makes sense. Under the basic attack here, we have the AoE magic attack, 100% AoE damage. It's going to go up to 120% to the target and the surrounding enemies, hitting up to 5 enemies. On the first passive, Guiding Light, during the ultimate, increases the chance to inflict radiant erosion from talent to 30%. Okay. Attacking targets inflicted with a radiant erosion deals extra true damage equal to 20% attack, and I guess it also gets skilled up as well. We have Leap of Faith. It's an auto passive. Every 20 seconds deals 300% AoE damage to 10 enemy targets in range and knocks back ground units while inflicting magic res reduction, awesome, on them, and the talent's radiant erosion is guaranteed to be inflicted. This is actually pretty amazing. So every 20 seconds, she's going to inflict the magic res reduction on the units. Just kind of thinking like gear raid 1, 24. That'd be really nice. Right now we have Magda that's there. Not a lot of options for those positions. Her slow paired with Yamirit or something like that would be really nice. She does have an arena damage increase of 15% as well. Onto the ultimate, Wings of Pegasus. 900. Cost 900, you start out with 600, lasts for 15 seconds. Can choose to move to a deployable tile within 4 tile range. Removes invisibility, increases attack range, and deals 220% AoE damage to 10 enemy targets with each attack. That will go up to a 260% damage, and it'll last for 5 seconds. Additionally, the talent inflicts enhanced slow of 50%. Pretty interesting. I have moved around on tiles before on the map. It is very cool. It's very interesting how it's going to work. You can kind of move around all over the place every time her ultimate is ready. You go ahead and you move her again. You can see there on the ultimate screen right now, and her range is pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of like a rocket range. Very interesting unit. We will do more testing in a future video. This is going to be mostly a first look. Awaken level 1. When enemies enter the attack range, inflicts 1 stack of radiant erosion on them. Attacking targets inflicted with radiant erosion ignores 25% magic resistance. Very nice. Awaken level 2 is attack plus 5%. Awaken level 3 is during the ultimate, becomes immune to the first instance of damage taken. After triggering this effect, reduces all damage taken by 50% for 5 seconds. Awesome. Awaken level 4 is penetration plus 8%. These units are nuts. Awaken level 5 deals 20% increased damage to targets inflicted with slow and control effects. Now, I think there's a lot of damage coming out of Valara, as far as I can tell. She's not going to be just some kind of tanky unit or something like that. We do have the other skin. Actually, I kind of think I like this one better. Now that you see it in game. First, I was like, oh, maybe the original skin looks better, but I kind of like this one. It's all gold. Anyways, let us move on to Moriden. Moriden is death. He reminds me of, what is that guy in Diablo? Oh, I can never remember his name. You guys remember. If you remember his name in the comments, leave it down in the comment section down below so I can remember. This time we're going to go with the skin first. Kind of see he's really dark and he kind of silver envoy, so he's going to look more knightly. I don't know. I like the default skin a lot better. He's pretty scary looking. Anyways, I'll get him leveled up so we can check out his stats. We start up. Alright. 6-star boost. I love the test server. Makes things so much easier. Alright, onto the promo. Max promo, just like that. Alright, let's go check out the stats and see what we got going on here. Alright, we have HP is way up at 28.5k HP. That's really high. The attack is a little lower on this unit, so it's a little more tankier, it seems. We'll find out for sure in future testing. Defense is 2699, magic res is 630, really low on the magic res. Cost is 18, so it's a little higher than Valara. 2.6 attack interval, everything seems just about the same. A little less rage regen even. So going on to the skills. We have the talent here. When deployed, triggers Deep Cleave that deals 300% defense penetration damage to one enemy in basic attack range. If no enemies are in range, enters charging state and gains 1 stack of Dark Infusion. Dark Infusion is each Dark Infusion increases base attributes by 10% during the next Prince of Darkness state and extends the state duration by 4 seconds. This effect can stack up to 5 times, so you get extra 50%, you get extra 20-second duration. Changes charging state to restore 10 rage for the hero per second. Nice. Alright, basic attack deals 100% damage to one enemy. It's going to go up to 120%. The first passive is Soul Sunder. During the ultimate, Soul Strike has a 20% chance to be enhanced, ignoring 40% of the target's defense and restoring 30 rage for the hero upon the cast. We're going to have an extra 20% defense penetration, so that's going to be 60% of target's defense. Your chance is going to go up to 25%. And you're gonna get an extra 50 rage instead when you're fully maxed out. Nice. Under the last passive here, Hell's Envoy. After maintaining Prince of Darkness state for 80 seconds in total, the hero permanently gains 30% damage increase. Each enemy killed reduces the time needed to gain effect by 5 seconds. Prince of Darkness's basic attack becomes Soul Strike. When charging his power during the Prince of Darkness state, Moriden grants 1.6% rage regen per second to allies within 2 tiles. Takes effect only when stronger than the current buff/debuff on the same attribute. Okay, on to the ultimate. 1100 cost, that's gonna go down to 1000. We have 700 on deployment. Chooses and teleports to an unoccupied ground tile within 3 tiles. Upon arrival, triggers Whirlwind Strike, dealing 400% defense penetration damage to one enemy within 2 tiles of the hero, then enters Prince of Darkness state. So basically, I think he just comes in there, and how do you maintain that Prince of Darkness state for that long? But anyways, Prince of Darkness state, basic attack becomes Soul Strike, dealing 260% damage When charging his power during the Prince of Darkness state, Moriden grants 1.6 rage regen per second to allies within 2 tiles. Okay, very, very nice. Then we do have that bond skill, and I think I might have forgotten to go over Valara's, but we will in a second. Tainted Legacy, passive bond. Obtain hero Valara Soul's Guide to unlock the following bonus effect. Reduces initial deployment cost by 6. Wow. And gains max stacks of Dark Infusion when deployed. So he gets the full max stacks of Dark Infusion here, which is going to make it up to, let's see, what is this going to say? Learn to enter charging state and gains 1 stack of Dark Infusion. Dark Infusion. Oh yeah, this is how you get the extra. It's a darkness state. The extra 20 seconds out of that. There you go. That's how that works. Yeah, it's very interesting. What was her bond skill? Reduces initial deployment cost by 5. During the ultimate, if there are no enemy units in range, restores 8% rage per second. I'm really seeing this going to be really amazing for, I want to say single target arena, possibly AoE arena as well, if they can reach far enough. We'll see. Time will tell. You know, it's one of those things. But anyways, back over here, we're on to the Awakenings for Moriden. Awaken level 1 during the ultimate increases the chance to trigger enhanced soul strike with basic attack by 20%. And obviously, that's going to be good. Attack plus 300 on Awaken level 2. Awaken level 3 is when triggering the ultimate at max stacks of Dark Infusion. So you have some technique in there. You're going to want to try to watch for max stacks of that Dark Infusion. Gains an extra 10% boost to base attributes. That's huge. During Prince of Darkness state, when not in charging state, can also restore rage for nearby allies at half the normal value. Wow. Okay. Awaken level 4 penetration plus 8%. I'm kind of baffled. I don't even know what to say about this. After maintaining Prince of Darkness state for the required duration, the hero gains 30% extra physical damage reduction and magic damage reduction. So it becomes much more tanky. The thing is, his magic resistance is so low that I don't think that part's going to help him. So as long as he's not going up against a magic damage dealing enemy, he should be pretty okay. But defense is actually pretty decent, so getting that damage reduction for defense is going to be really nice. One more hero to look at, and then I'm going to leave you with that for now, and we'll be doing some more testing later on tomorrow. Alright, so we have Astrael. I'm going to call him Astrael, I think it's the name. Again, he is going to be a North Throne Nightmare faction unit. The other was Nightmare and ESO. And the first one was Arbiter and ESO. So we have these kind of play together here. These two can kind of play together here. And that's going to be how you're going to want to combo it if you're going to have those teams or be on the same under the same lord. Anyways, yeah, we're going to have North Throne Nightmare faction unit here. Let's get him upgraded. He looks to be, I mean, he's a pretty cool looking unit, but I'm not really talking about appearances. He looks to be a little less appealing than the other two, which makes sense because he's not going to be some kind of special unit. It doesn't seem to be anyways. But let's check out the attributes here. You'll see what I mean when we look at his kit. Let's see, so 28.5k HP, very nice. 5400 attack, pretty decent. Defense is around 2700 and magic res is 630. It's pretty low again. Magic damage will rip these guys to shreds. 2.6 second attack interval, and then everything's pretty standard here with a rage regen auto of 13. Alright, so on to the skills. We have the talent. Basic attack has a 30% chance to become deep bite and inflict vulnerability to physical damage on the target. While shielded, trigger chances increases by 20%. So how high is this vulnerability? It's going to be at 20%. And then deep bite deals 190% damage to one enemy 2 times. Okay, so when whenever he's doing a hit, you're going to have a 30% chance to do an extra 2 hits at 190%. Extra damage is always good. Physical attack on the basic attack deals 120% damage to one enemy 1 time. On the first passive, Vampiric Aura. After casting the ultimate, grants a shield equal to 100% of the hero's attack to the hero. Okay, and one adjacent ally. For a second I thought he was going to attack himself. And one adjacent ally with the lowest HP percentage. Okay. Upon gaining the shield, dispels all debuffs. And while the shield exists, gains attack interval decrease. The shield lasts for 10 seconds. The extra 30% shield from skill ups, and then you can get an extra 5 seconds of duration from the skill ups as well. Attack interval decrease. Attack interval minus 10%. That's a new buff, I think. I don't think I've ever seen that on any of their heroes before. You get 10% less attack interval. It's not specialized attack speed. It's 10% less attack interval. Very different. Alright. Next passive is Blood Feast. When adjacent allies deal damage with basic attack, they restore 1.5% HP. So they're getting a little extra healing, kind of like a Volca effect going on. This effect is doubled when they are protected by a shield from Vampiric Aura. So it's going to go up to like 679, 1.2, 1.5 HP restored. And it's going to be based off of their HP, I think. So every time they hit something, you're going to get extra 1.5% HP back. He's going to be really fast because the attack interval decrease buff that's going to be on him. So they should be hitting pretty fast when they're doing this. On to the ultimate. Cost of 700 is going to go down to 6. And you get an initial rage of 400 for the last 15 seconds. Yeah, this stays at 15 seconds. Crimson Embrace. Can choose and charge to an unoccupied ground tile within 3 tiles, dealing 120% AoE damage to up to 5 enemies in the path. After casting this skill, the hero is enhanced. It gains 40% attack increase and guarantees that the next basic attack during this enhancement becomes Deep Bite. This enhancement buff lasts for 15 seconds. Units are very cool. We do have exclusive artifacts coming out for these guys as well. So let's go ahead and check those out really quick. Valara is going to have the mythic artifact Dawn Break. All right. Increases AoE damage by 20%. That's perfect. When the ultimate is activated, immediately cast Leap of Faith and reduces its cooldown by 5 seconds during the ultimate. Very, very nice. You're going to want to make sure you pick up a copy of that during the event. And we have Moriden also has his exclusive artifact as well. Very cool looking artifact. Actually, Nightfall it is called. And it increases single target damage by 20%. Whirlwind Strike and Deep Cleave inflict 20% vulnerability to physical and magic damage on enemies for 15 seconds. So he's going to just putting up vulnerabilities all the time. Pretty much that Whirlwind Strike and Deep Cleave. If I could find that, if I can remember where that is. I said this is like the first time going through this. Soul Strike. Here's 20% chance enhanced. That must be the one. And then we have, I don't remember where the Deep Cleave was. Deep Cleave. Where is your Deep Cleave, my friend? Employed triggers Deep Cleave right on deployment. That's what it is right there. Right at the front of the talent. Sorry, I am very tired of making this video. Anyways, I think that's all I really had to show you. We're not really allowed to show you much from Ashes to Ashes yet. I wish I could. It's probably not going to be allowed to be released until it's actually global, I'm going to assume. They don't want us to make guides on all this stuff and just like have it all there before the event even hits. Kind of takes away the excitement. But anyways, guys, which hero are you mainly going to be targeting for? Let me know down in the comments. I think that I'm after Moriden. I just like the way he looks so much. I think I want him a lot, but I think your better unit is going to be Valara. And I would say he's going to be the 3rd best unit. And I think these units are going to be much better than 90% of what you're seeing currently in the game for heroes right now. The massive change to gameplay. I can see it already. But anyways, guys, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you check out prospector.gg. I'm going to add these heroes kits and everything in there. They should be up the day after making this video. All you have to do is go in there and click the filters section and then click the test server warning filter. And then these 3 units should all show up on there as well as their artifacts as well. Anyways, don't forget to join Discord as well. It's a growing community in there. We have about 1,000 members in there. Very, very active. There's plenty of good information for you to pick up on the Discord as well. But anyways, I've been the Prospector. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, keep digging.